That's what causes sexual polarity, and attraction is the duality. And so for both in our feminine, it's really hard to have sexual polarity, sexual attraction. And so for both in our masculine, same thing. So it's knowing enough about ourselves, and on that journey of going, oh, I'm in my masculine. I've been at work all day long in this, management, business. I've really been into my masculine energy all day of focus. I come home and I still want to be in that, the drill sergeant. And it's like, oh, that doesn't work. Hello, Cancers, and welcome to your weekly zodiac reading. My name is Jessica. Without further ado, let's go ahead and just get right started into it and see what energies are coming through this week for Cancer. And keep in mind, that right now that the new moon in Virgo just went through your third house of communication. So we've got Mercury in shadow right now, so you're really feeling a lot of communication and perhaps the fluctuations of the energy of feeling like you are being able to communicate or not being able to communicate. So just know you're going to be going in and out of that for a little while. Right there. So Sacred Earth Mother, a message of love. Okay, so that's the overall energy for you this week, Cancerians. And then, all right, and this is your higher or future self. So before the gathering, celebration, anticipation, and event. So there could be something coming up for you, or something that is coming, or something that's coming through that is, or an event that's going to be happening. If I could talk, see, there we go. There's that communication thing going on. Since I am a fellow Cancerian, shamanic journey, purpose, attunement, vision, quest. So you could be having an event coming up or anything like that. So, and then this is going to be your action. So this is windfall, or lack of, or to not take action. So we will define this better with tarot. So let's see with your overall energy for this Sacred Earth Mother and what messages. So we've got the Chariot, we've got Five of Cups, and we've got the Four of Cups. Okay, for your higher or future self, we've got Seven of Pentacles, the Lovers, Three of Wands. For your guides, your angels, devils, all of the beautiful spiritual energies that support you, that hammock of energy, their messages. So we've got Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and Two of Pentacles. Very interesting. Right there. And this is for the windfall. So Ace of Pentacles, the Fool, Five of Swords, and Ten of Cups. Okay. So let's see here. So we definitely, I'm feeling that this is a little bit of a love reading. This is something that, because we've got Sacred Mother Earth, we've got the Lovers, and then we've got the Ten of Cups down here. Okay, so I'm really feeling that this could be a love reading for some of you. And what the messages are coming through is, you've got the Chariot here, and I love the Chariot. This is very great. I mean, this is your card. You've shown up in your card. This is Cancer energy. So, and you can see that he has, this is very, I would say that this is the Magician card for Cancerians, because he's got the stars here on the canopy here. That is kind of, you get to create your life. You get to do that. And with the Sacred Earth Mother card here, I'm really feeling, and as you know in the Magician card, his hand is up and his hand is down. So you got as of above, so below. So you really do, I'm hearing that you can create the life that you want. And how you do that in this energy of this week, of really knowing that you are, that this is success. The things that you want, you're going to create them. But I'm also seeing that there's some things with the Five of Cups as well as the Four of Cups that's not being looked at, okay? So there's offerings here that perhaps are not being received. And for whatever reason, if you are just unsure, or there is a opportunity here, or there's been some hurt that perhaps is deserving of being healed. With the Five of Cups here, I'm seeing that with these cups down, that these things didn't work out, whatever they are. Sources in tarot is really asking you to look at the cups that are here. So it's a lot about gratitude. This is a feeling of having a little bit of non-movement, and you know, the Chariot is non-movement. It's either you've arrived or you're about to set off, and it's success, but it's having a plan and having an idea. And if you're not really sure on something, that could be the very reason why you're not accepting cups. Could be the reason why you are not taking the other cups, because you're so focused on what the loss was. So I'm hearing that it's time to really set into what is there and what you see. And even if perhaps it may not be love coming towards you in some situations, it's, are you looking at the love that you could have for yourself? Because remember, how we love ourselves is how we attract the love we want. We also receive the love we think we deserve. So and I repeat that, we accept the love we think we deserve. That is very different than getting the love we want, right? So it's really, I'm feeling having the message of looking, getting really clear on what you are offering, what you are coming to the table with when it comes to your love partnerships. And knowing your worth, knowing that you have so much there to offer, but you've got to know that first, right? You've got to know what cups you have and fill them yourself first before you have anything to offer. And so if you've got something that's coming up, it says before the gathering, celebration, anticipation, and event. So, and then you've got the Lovers here. I'm feeling that some of you could be, perhaps there could be marriage on the horizon, there could be commitment on the horizon. Maybe we should say commitment first, and then this could be a situationship to where that it could have the potential for something more. But we've also got to accept those cups. We have to move forward in it. And sometimes when there's been a lot of pain, or there's been things that have gone on that maybe we haven't healed from, it's really hard to accept another cup until we do. And so in order for this to happen, your future self says there's going to be a beautiful partnership. Seven of Pentacles here. I love this card. It is looking at what you have cultivated through time. There's also another message is the squeeze worth the juice? And so whatever you're putting all of your energy into, is it worth it? Is this relationship giving you what you want? So I feel like it's really asking you to look at this as well. And are you putting in the effort for the juice as well? Like, are you putting in the work for the relationship? Because if you're not, then you can't expect to have this, because relationships are work. They are the people growing machines. And so it's really about getting clear. It's about accepting. It's about risk. It's about seeing how far you've come so far. And really, before you can have the event of having the lovers or a wedding or anything, there's work that has to be involved. These are things that, you know, interesting people have interesting stories. And usually, if you there's amazing couples out there that have had quite the road to go down, and they've had the work, and it takes the ability to really look at oneself and work on ourselves individually in order for there to be a relationship that's full of passion, and it's full of growth, and it's always moving forward. Relationships always move forward. Some people get so stuck on that early those early times, and I'm hearing, going back to this, that that limerence phase. Oh, well, he was this way or she was this way when we first met. Well, guess what? That's not how relationships work. We're always in a different place when we first meet, and then love grows. And now when we get to the really deep cups of love, it's really loving each other, not for their perfection, but loving each other in spite of our imperfections, and learning to grow with them, and grow together, and grow within ourselves. And so I'm hearing that this has a lot to do with love and our own inner love. And the Three of Wands is, we've got to take the step on the adventure. You know, this is setting out. It's not being stuck anymore on the hill, and not having movement and choice or indifference. It's actually taking a risk and going with something, and going, okay, I'm going to do this in clarity and purpose, and I'm going to give it all I've got. But you've got to make a choice. Remember, not making a choice is a choice. So your shamanic journey: purpose, attunement, vision, and quest. I love this. It's so beautiful. Your guides, your hammock of all of these beautiful energies are really like all this energy. You've got Page of Pentacles, you've got the Page of Swords, and you've got the Two of Pentacles. I mean, it's really about you. It's really about what you're going to set off into the world. And when I see this, I'm really hearing like you're looking at your life and what you've created in the 3D, and it's your vision. It's what you want to see, and where you're at, and where you're going, and really getting clear on that, and then taking the risk to implement it, to really take action with it. You know, Page of Swords is communication. You know, just like, you know, what we're talking about with you know, we've got everything that is with Mars and Gemini. We've got Mercury in retrograde. It's a lot about communication, and we've really got to learn to communicate what we want and where we're going. That's that grounding into that masculine energy for the direction. And if we don't do that, we kind of just sit there in indifference. We just sit on the hill and we're just like, nah, I don't know, because we're too scared to take a step. Get clear, of course, because I'm seeing with these two here, you've got to know, have a compass, have a map, have a direction, and when we do, then we go into the balance of life. And the shamanic journey and vision and quest, like, it is creating balance in our life too, because if we don't have balance, we can't create in a purposeful way. And I like to think of this too, and what I'm hearing is your masculine and your feminine aspects. Like, when we truly have balance in our life of our yin and our yang, we really do create differently. So I do recommend finding out if, and looking at yourself, looking at your life and in your world, do you have balance? Are you able to be the rock? Are you able to be the wave? No matter if you're feminine or masculine in this. And partnerships is a balance of moving in and out of those aspects for each other. Very rarely are we on the same place, because actually that's what causes sexual polarity, and attraction is the duality. And so for both in our feminine, it's really hard to have sexual polarity, sexual attraction. And so for both in our masculine, same thing. So it's knowing enough about ourselves, and on that journey of going, oh, I'm in my masculine. I've been at work all day long in this, you know, management, business. I've really been into my masculine energy all day of focus. I come home and I still want to be in that, the drill sergeant. And it's like, that doesn't work. So it's about being able to be self-aware and conscious as to what energies you are pitching forward and first. And when you're with your partner, depending on where you're at of seeing each other, you have the ability to move in and out of your masculine depending on what the situation needs. That's emotional, and I believe your intelligence when it comes to wanting to attract or dilute your attraction with your partner. And I'm really seeing this because it's so important. You dilute the masculine if the feminine is in their masculine. You dilute the feminine to a degree, but men are allowed to be in their feminine too, in their creative power. And it's knowing when, it's this balance, and being able to, as a feminine, to step into being, oh, my man, you know, and I say this loosely, you can have all these energies no matter what sex you actually identify with, but to know the balance. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're in a lesbian two women relationship, one is in their masculine, one is in their feminine, and they bounce back and forth. Everyone does, because these energies are in all of us, both of them. And so it is about that balance. It's about the ability to step into that so that you have emotional intelligence, so that you can craft and see your world in a different way and create the relationships you want. Knowing when to be the rock for someone is really important. So windfall, I love this. This is very beautiful. And what I'm seeing here with windfall is kind of a whimsical energy. You've got the Ace of Pentacles here, which is an offering, which is an idea. It's something tangible. I'm also feeling like it could be a ring. Okay, so this could be that ring, that thing for that, or an invitation to move in, something like that, because you've got all of this going on. So an event, and the event could be moving in. The event could just be getting into relationship with one another. And then you've got the Fool here, right? So the Fool is here, and that is, we are the Fool's journey, right? That is the story of tarot. And sometimes it is taking chances. Remember, love is risk. Love is going in without knowing what the results will be, what the outcome will be. But we got to use, of course, wisdom with our steps. That's why we're here, right? We're such a age of information, and sometimes we forget that we must attain wisdom, and how we do that is through experience. And so with that, we get to be the Fool in our life, and sometimes step into things that we don't know how it's going to end, if it ever does. So, and it will with death. But the point is that have we lived the adventure? Have we lived with loving all we can, and with so much passion in every moment? And when we do that, we stop with the games. We're not playing games anymore. We're walking away from things that don't work and really making choices. Sometimes you look at this as, a lot of times they'll look at this as a negative card in tarot, but I think I'm not playing games anymore. Are we doing this? I'm ready to play to win, and stepping into that energy to do so. Or stopping the fighting. How do we stop fighting, or how do we learn how to fight? So that we may build this beautiful 10 of Cups victory, which is happily ever after. It's fulfillment of wishes come true. It's family. It's success. Okay, and love and emotions. And so I love this. This is beautiful energy. These are things to look out for this week. Some things to marinate in, communicate. I love this energy, Cancer. So I hope you did too. Of course, make sure to check out your rising and your moon so you have the full scope of all the messages that are for you. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.